What if I told you that inside you lives something ancient, something wiser than your own thoughts, a force that connects you to all of humanity? Today, you're going to discover the story of the man who dared to look inside the human soul and found a hidden universe within. Carl Gustav Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist who forever changed the way we understand the mind, dreams, and the mystery of being human. He was born in 1875 in a quiet Swiss village, surrounded by mountains and silence. His father was a pastor, and his mother, a mysterious woman who often spoke of spirits, seemed to live between two worlds, the rational and the mystical. Jung grew up in that tension between faith and doubt, science and spirituality. As a child, he had strange visions: temples, gods, serpents, oceans of fire. At 12, he dreamt of a divine being destroying the roof of a great cathedral. That dream haunted him for life and became his calling, to understand the symbols that emerge from the depths of the human mind. At school, he was shy and solitary. While others played, Jung read about philosophy, mythology, and alchemy. He later wrote, "Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens." When he studied medicine and became a psychiatrist, he began working at a mental hospital. There he noticed something extraordinary. Many patients shared similar symbolic visions: gods, monsters, archetypal figures. How could that be? These people didn't know each other, and yet they dreamed the same dreams. That question led Jung to his most revolutionary idea: the collective unconscious, a shared psychic reservoir of humanity, full of timeless symbols he called archetypes. But before this discovery, Jung met a man who would change his life: Sigmund Freud. In 1907, they met in Vienna and talked for over 13 hours straight. Freud saw Jung as his heir, his spiritual son. Together, they explored the depths of the psyche. But soon, Jung began to feel confined by Freud's theories. Freud saw everything through the lens of sexuality and repression. Jung believed the psyche was far more than that, a vast spiritual landscape. Their friendship ended in a historic rupture. Freud accused Jung of mysticism. Jung accused Freud of reducing the soul to biology. That break sent Jung into an inner crisis, but also into his greatest transformation. For years, Jung descended into his own unconscious. He saw visions, heard voices, and recorded everything in a secret manuscript, the Red Book. He faced his demons, spoke with mythic figures, and slowly mapped the geography of the soul. From that experience came his great insight. Within every human being lies a multitude: the hero, the mother, the sage, the shadow. These archetypes are the building blocks of our imagination. The reason myths and movies across cultures share the same stories. To Jung, dreams weren't random. They were messages from the unconscious. They guided us toward what he called individuation, the process of becoming whole. He said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." One of his most powerful ideas was the shadow, the hidden side of our personality that we deny or repress. What we hate in others often reveals what we reject in ourselves. Facing the shadow is not easy, but it's essential if we want to grow. Jung's work bridged science, philosophy, religion, and art. He studied alchemy, astrology, the I Ching, and Eastern spirituality, not as superstition, but as symbolic systems of the human mind. Critics called him a mystic, even a madman, but Jung didn't care. He was on a mission to understand the psyche. In his later years, he wrote about the soul, death, and transformation. He believed that life's true purpose was to bring light to the darkness within us, to unite opposites, reason and emotion, man and woman, ego and shadow. He died in 1961, at age 85, looking out at his garden by Lake Zurich. But his ideas live on, in psychology, in philosophy, and even in pop culture. Movies like Star Wars, The Matrix, and The Lion King are built on Jungian archetypes. Every hero's journey, every battle with the shadow, echoes his discoveries. And maybe, without realizing it, you too live under his influence. Every time you dream, every time you feel a strange intuition or déjà vu, you are touching the same collective sea that Jung once explored. Carl Jung didn't just study the mind, he gave us a map to the soul. Because only when we dare to look inside can we truly awaken. Now tell me, do you believe we all share a collective unconscious? Or do you think each mind is its own isolated universe? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Give a like if this story made you reflect. And subscribe to keep exploring the deepest mysteries of human psychology.